Members of the Canadian military are supposed to abide by a code of values and ethics that specifies respecting the dignity of all persons. The military says that means they cannot affiliate with radical groups online or elsewhere.
Fait partie de ces mouvements radicaux-là.
Colonel Paul Fuller says being part of those radical movements is not part of our values. A Radio-Canada investigation found dozens of members of the Canadian military, some in uniform on their personal Facebook pages, were part of a private Facebook group for La Meute. The group is known for its anti-immigrant, anti-Islam views. Its founders include former military members. The Army says current members should stay away.
Soumettre une première mise en garde.
If they don't, he says sanctions could range from a warning to being released from the armed forces. This summer, 5 armed forces members, part of the self-proclaimed Western chauvinist group, the Proud Boys, were temporarily relieved of their duties after disrupting an Indigenous demonstration.
This is Mi'kmaq territory. This is not Canada.
This is Canada.
The military apologized for their behavior, and they later returned to duty on probation. Maxime Fissette is a former white supremacist who now works with Quebec's Anti-Radicalization Centre. He held a recent workshop with military members to help them recognize radical views.
There's been so many people with links to the Army that have been circling around extreme right groups for the past years, that we are pretty happy to see that, the Canadian forces are taking a stand against right-wing extremisms. If a group is radicalizing people who have received training, to use firearms and explosives, that could be a concern in the future.
These military veterans say they try to keep their distance from groups with extreme views. But Kevin Laflamme says he briefly joined La Meute's Facebook page while still a soldier out of curiosity. He didn't stay long. There are people who say things that make sense, he says, but others are too extreme. I don't want to be a part of that. The Armed Forces is urging its members to review the code of conduct to ensure their behavior is not out of line. Alison Northcott, CBC News, Montreal.